Grade 6, English this morning. I went back and have a look at all the videos that I made, and I saw that I neglected you a little bit the last 2 weeks or so. So I just want to apologize for that, but you're not far behind. You're not behind at all. We only have 2 lessons, units more to cover for this term. So we're well on our way. This morning I want you to open your English study guides at Activity 99, Activity 99, Identify Topic Sentences. And we're going to discuss that for now, for this lesson. Okay, what is a topic sentence? A topic sentence in a paragraph tells you exactly what the paragraph is about. It's like the main idea of a story, but it's just one sentence. So when you write something, for example, factual about crocodiles, you will have a topic sentence at each paragraph, and then the rest of the paragraph will just describe that sentence more. You will just write a little bit more about your topic sentence. Sometimes you first write the paragraph and you just make a conclusion at the end and you write one sentence, and then the last sentence will be your topic sentence. The central idea is that your topic sentence, you use that to describe the rest of in the paragraph. So let's see in the 3 paragraphs there in your books. The first one I'm going to read to you, and I just want you, while I'm reading, just take your pencil and draw a line or make a little star next to the sentence that you think the topic sentence will be. Marco Polo is one of the most famous explorers of all time. Marco Polo lived in Venice in Italy in the 1200s and traveled to Asia at a time when most people in Europe never ventured far from their home villages. Altogether, Marco Polo traveled more than 40,000 kilometers. What do you think will be the topic sentence there? It's definitely the first one. The first one tell about that he's one of the famous explorers, and then they describe it a little bit, like telling from where to where and how many kilometers he traveled over time. Paragraph 2. Eli wanted to go to the river and swim. Bingo wanted to go to the shops and buy sweets. Sophia wanted to ride bikes in the road, and Betsy wanted to go and see a movie. All the children wanted to do something different. That it will be the last sentence. That first of all, the paragraph describes what every child or child wants to do, and that at the end they conclude it with telling you all the children wanted to do something different. Paragraph 3. Bingo came top of the class and Sophia came second. All the learners were so happy to do well in their exams. Docky obtained 82%, Leroy obtained 85%, and Betsy obtained 88%. Now this one is a little bit difficult. It's not the first sentence and neither the last sentence. Right, then it must be the second one. The second one tells you all about all the children, all the learners were so happy to do well. They could have started with that sentence, the first sentence, or they could have put it last. But now they decided to put it in the middle of the paragraph. There's some questions, oral questions that they ask, and I'm not going to read through that. I want you to complete that in your writing books, please. We're not together to do oral activities now. We will put that aside for when we're back in class again. Activity 101, they ask you to summarize a text, the following text about the peacocks. Now, what is a summary? A summary is when you read a passage or a book or a story and you tell it in your own, you retell it in your own words. Then you don't use the words of the story or the paragraph as such, And if you do, you have to put that in inverted commas. So you retell the story in your own words, but you must take care that you put all the facts in the right sequence from the beginning to the end. And then at the end, you can make the last sentence your conclusion about the story or the summary. There is some facts that they give you about summaries. A summary is a short form of a text. For a summary, you have to write a heading. There must be a heading. You must use your own words, and you must give the main idea and then important details, and it must be in a chronological order. Right, so then 101, you can complete that one, do your summary. And let's just see activity 102 about answer questions on text and visuals. Okay. Right, they have all kinds of information about the world and South Africa. They compare the world's, it seems to me, the highest mountains and the rivers and the cities and also the waterfalls. They compare of the world against South Africa. So that one is a text, and you have to study that and then read facts at the end. And there is some questions. These sorts of facts can be found on Wikipedia and on other websites, such as, then they gave you a lot of websites where you can go to. Mount Everest is in the Himalayas and is on the border between Nepal and Tibet. And then they give you some facts there, and they ask you to answer some questions. Maybe you have to go and look up some of these answers, but normally the answers will be in this activity. All right, then the last part will be the writing and the presenting part. So I'm just going through and the language structure. So in the next video we will talk about section 3 and section 4.